Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really massive shift in the business world, how managing people went from being a background task to being the absolute core of a company's strategy. What used to be about paperwork is now, literally, about competitive advantage.
Okay, so let's jump right in. To really get why this change happened, you first have to understand the problem every modern company is facing. And it's this: the business world isn't just a little harder, it's gotten exponentially more complex. The basic rules of the game have totally changed.
I mean, just look at what companies are dealing with. It's a brand new battlefield out there. You've got nonstop globalization, constant disruption from AI and digital tech, wild market swings, and then, massive global shocks like a pandemic that nobody saw coming. This is not business as usual. It demands a completely new way of thinking about your workforce.
So how in the world do you navigate all that chaos? Well, the answer is in this really powerful evolution of HR. It's called Strategic Human Resource Management, or SHRM for short. Think of it as the new playbook for this entirely new game.
At its core, SHRM is all about one word: alignment. Put simply, it's not just about managing people anymore. It's about making sure the right people with the right skills are in the right places to drive the company's success, not just for today, but for the next 3 to 5 years.
Now, this slide has a fantastic analogy. If you only remember one thing from this explainer, make it this. HRM is the pathfinder. It's the one who looks at the map and chooses the correct road to get you where you want to go. Traditional HR, that's the expert driver. They make sure the car is tuned up and the journey is efficient. But think about it. If you're on the wrong road, it doesn't matter how well you drive. You'll never get to your destination.
This strategic role, well, it didn't just pop up overnight. It's actually been a really long journey for the HR function, evolving from a back-office administrative job to a true strategic partner. Let's take a quick look at how we got here.
It's kind of wild. We started way back in the Industrial Revolution, where workers were seen as little more than interchangeable cogs in a machine. Then we got a bit smarter and focused on making tasks more efficient. By the 30s, we figured out, hey, maybe happy people work better. But even into the 90s, it was still mostly a tactical function called personnel, focused on paychecks and paperwork. The real game changer happened around the 2000s, when businesses finally had that big aha moment. Our people are our single biggest advantage.
And this table just perfectly illustrates that transformation. The focus shifts from just dealing with employees to building partnerships. The role goes from reactive paperwork to proactive, transformation. But for me, the biggest, most important change is that last one: accountability. Traditional HR was seen as a cost center, a necessary expense you try to keep low. SHR is an investment center. Every dollar you spend on your people is an investment you expect to get a huge return on. That is a massive mental shift.
Okay, so what does this alignment actually look like in the real world? Because this isn't just some academic theory. Let's look at a couple of really clear examples of how this drives actual bottom-line performance.
First up, let's talk about UPS. Their entire business, everything they do, is built on one core strategic goal: delivering packages with unmatched efficiency. Every second, every ounce of fuel, it all counts.
So check this out. SHRM ensures every single job is meticulously designed to support that goal. You've probably heard this one. Their truck drivers have routes designed to minimize left turns, which actually saves a ton of time and fuel. Truck loaders have workflows that are optimized down to the second. Even the customer service agents use scripts designed to solve problems as fast as possible. It's a complete top-to-bottom obsession with alignment.
All right, now let's flip to a totally different example: the tech giant Infosys. Their strategy isn't about physical efficiency, it's about winning huge contracts to lead massive digital transformations for other big companies.
So, what does this mean for their people strategy? It has to be a powerful magnet for very specific, very high-demand talent. They can't just hire any software engineer. They have to find and attract people with cutting-edge skills in AI, blockchain, and big data. And to get those folks, their pay strategy has to be willing to offer premium salaries. It's all about investing in the exact human capital their business strategy requires to win.
And what was the result of getting that alignment so perfectly right? Well, in just 1 year, Infosys used this people-first strategy to double its market value to over $100 billion. Now that is the incredible, tangible power of strategic alignment. So this brings us to what's probably the most important takeaway of this whole explainer: why this strategic shift isn't just a nice-to-have, but is absolutely essential for any company that wants to survive, let alone thrive today.
In today's knowledge economy, the old advantages, You know, having the biggest factories or the most machinery, they just don't matter as much. Your competitors can copy your technology or even match your funding.
The most important investment a company can make is no longer in those tangible things that anyone can buy. It's not about what you have anymore. It's about who you have.
It's in its people. Your people, their skills, their creativity, their passion. That's the ultimate source of innovation and the only truly sustainable competitive advantage you can have.
And that really leaves us with one final question to think about. That fundamental shift in perspective, from seeing people as a cost on a spreadsheet to be minimized, to seeing them as the most critical asset to be invested in. That is the single defining characteristic of a modern, successful business. It's the difference between just playing the game and actually winning it.